Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical, and today for you guys I'm bringing you a Kingdom Hearts discussion video. Today for you guys we're going to be taking a look at the recently released Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep medals for Sora, Kairi, and Riku that recently got released on the Japanese version of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Now, the reason we're going to be taking a look at these medals today is because of the fact that they actually contain updated models, or more so renders, of Sora, Kairi, and Riku, comparing those renders and those models that we see in the medals to that of the models that we saw of Kairi, Sora, and Riku within 0.2 Birth by Sleep. It's certainly apparent that there are actually some graphical improvements towards these renders that we see in these recently released medals. Now, as you guys should probably know, all of the different models that are contained within 0.2 Birth by Sleep will end up getting reused for Kingdom Hearts 3. Part of the process of putting Kingdom Hearts onto the next generation systems meant that Square Enix needed to go back and recreate all of the models for the next generation systems. However though, it is expected that a lot of the different models that are contained within 0.2 will end up getting touch-ups, or in the end result for Kingdom Hearts 3 will end up looking better than what they ended up looking like within 0.2 Birth by Sleep, and these improvements are most certainly apparent within the renders that we see on these medals. So first things first, let's take a look at the Sora medal right here. As you guys can see, it looks really nice. The graphical improvements are definitely most apparent in terms of the sort of lighting that's going on with the model of Sora himself, most certainly when you look at his eyes and hair. When we compare this medal to the model that we see of Sora within 0.2 Birth by Sleep, you guys will probably instantly notice a difference. Now, the biggest improvement here, like I was just mentioning before, is probably the lighting on Sora. You guys will probably notice that his model looks a lot lighter in the medal image compared to what it looks like in the game. But then again, that is all depending on the lighting in the current environment. In the medal, we can see that his hair isn't as dark, and on top of that, his eyes also seem to stand out a lot more as well. The blue color that's going on in his eyes seems to be lightened up a bit compared to the blue coloring in his eyes within 0.2 Birth by Sleep. The blue eyes that Sora has within 0.2 seems to be a darker shade of blue compared to the lighter shade of blue that we see in the medal. Now, what's even more interesting is comparing the model of Sora that we see in this medal to the render of Sora that we got back in E3 of 2015 for Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, of course, in both images, we have clear views of Sora's face. This right here on the left is Sora from E3 of 2015, and on the right is obviously Sora from the most recent Union Cross update. Now, there has been some discussion about this on Twitter because this comparison is currently floating around the place, but I've noticed that there are a divided group of people saying that, for one, Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora from E3 of 2015 looks really good compared to that of the Sora that we see in this 0.2 medal. Then, of course, we also do have other people saying that the 0.2 Sora that is in this medal right here looks a lot better than the model of Sora that we see in the E3 render. So whether or not you actually want to call this a graphical improvement, I'm really not too sure. What it comes down to is, I suppose, personal preference. But from my perspective, I definitely feel like there are graphical improvements when looking towards the model of Sora that we see in this medal, and then of course comparing it to the render of Sora that we got back in E3 of 2015. The touch up in coloration with Sora's eyes in the medal, I definitely like a lot more in comparison to the kind of duller, darker blue that's going on with Sora's eyes that we can see on the E3 2015 render, and even within 0.2 Birth by Sleep. And the same sort of similar things are most certainly apparent with both Riku and Kairi as well. These are the updated renders of both Riku and Kairi from the medals that got added to Union Cross, and you guys will once again notice some similar improvements. Within these updated renders, we can see that the faces of both Riku and Kairi seem to be more defined than how they look in 0.2. And then of course, once again, with the eyes seem to stand out a lot more as well. And I mean, this isn't actually the first time where these next generation models have actually been touched up or improved. If we look back at the Jump Festa trailer for Kingdom Hearts 2.8, and we saw that very brief cutscene of Kairi and Riku talking to Yen's Sid, we saw very early models of both Kairi and Riku, and even Mickey as well. Then of course later on in the year, we saw that exact same scene again, just with the updated models, and they looked a lot better. You guys will probably remember back when the 0.2 models were looking like Play-Doh figures. Yeah, I remember that. But of course, over time, Square Enix have consistently kept updating these models to look better and better and better. So I would say by Kingdom Hearts 3, we will then have the definitive improved models that will look super nice. Now guys, thought I'd just bring this video to your guys' attention because I find it very interesting that Square Enix still to this day are continuing to update the models. Hopefully within the next Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer that we receive, whenever we do receive it, it will hopefully show us what the models are currently looking like with all the improvements. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, and until next time guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.